Well guys, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep worth a damn. The problem with night shift. Anyways, what should I do right now? Guess I'll head to Algonquin. Well, this trip is already off to a great start. I made it to the water taxi place. They're gonna get me out early. The appointment was at 1 and I'm here at 9. But the only issue is I realized I forgot my canoe yoke. So I'm gonna see what I can do to improvise once I get there and figure it out. Just worried about that one day where I got that 4-kilometer portage. Finally arriving at the Happy Isle portage. We're making it through the portage. I keep having troubles with my barrel falling out of its holder. Haven't started the trip yet, but we've already had to sew the expedition harness here from Recreational Barrel Works. Now I haven't used this thing yet, so that kind of sucked, but at least we got it before the trip. So I'm gonna have to look at that more later. And the canoe isn't working too badly. Once again, once the portage is over and I'm at my campsite, I'm gonna take a better look at things tonight and see how I can reposition things to be more successful. But for now, the goal is to get the portage done as effectively as possible with the gear I have. Not a bad portage so far. I've only gone halfway. So this portage is actually pretty nice. It is long, which, you know, a lot of people are wondering, this is some of their first portage. It's the longest portage I've ever done now. Glorious sight, Happy Isle. There's the Happy Island. Not liking the wind, but we know my canoe can push through this pretty easily. Now I gotta go back about a kilometer and go get the canoe. That was about 2.5 kilometer carry. At least I carried the pack all at once without really stopping. Prepping for that 4K, guys. And again, why am I trying to be so chipper to impress this camera? Honestly, this portage just sucked. I just had my Hobbit shot a day ago, and I just came off of nights, and my butt is kicked. Especially all the stress from forgetting my yoke. Man, I can't wait to get to my site soon. And I finally got done that portage. I really gotta reevaluate how my gear's working. And now I see this boat seems a little too heavy in these big waves. The bow keeps going down, which is not great. It's moving though. Finally at my site, time to do some crick yoga to stretch out. The hammock set up just in time for it to rain. Nice little system here moving through the campsite. And just like that, we took shelter in the hammock just before it started downpouring. Really hoping I can still find some dry firewood. I did put my bag on some, so really counting on that steak tonight. That could be a dilemma. Might have to have steak for breakfast. Anyways, I'm gonna go relax. So this bracket here, my wife sewed all this on, and it broke apparently today. But it wasn't even, or that was supposed to go here to match. To look like that. Well, I suppose that's where the majority of the troubles have started. I'm also finding that this bottom strap here isn't really good enough to hold on. I got some crisscross going on to try to help. I'll see if I can do this. Hoping it holds. Just realized we didn't do a campsite tour. So we're on a bit of a peninsula here. Happy Isle is a beautiful lake. Loving the old growth, specifically the white pine here. Just a prelude to what I'm gonna see, the great big white pines of Crow River. Nice and open, which is what I wanted to keep some mosquitoes at bay with some wind coming across. These are big sites. Yeah, it's a little messy here. We got our bush buddy going. Just finishing up dinner. Getting the tea going. We got the food barrel way back in there. First time hanging the food barrel. It is so freaky hanging something so big, and that's only a 30 liter. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get the 60 liter out. Hammock there, as you can see, we've already had some rain, so we got the tarp tightened down on it. Heck yes, I'm still able to make tea after that rain. Man, I gotta stop trying to eat steak after it rains. I couldn't get a fire going, so I'm trying my bush buddy. This is horrible. Don't judge, folks, don't judge. But you gotta like this. Steak not bad, now asparagus is on and the potato. I'm not sure how I'm gonna cook the potato, but we're working on it. So the asparagus and steak turned out not bad on the bush buddy. The potato turned out horrible. So I did create a fire. Take that, Mother Nature. Just waited for the firewood and fire put to dry out a little longer and voila, fire! I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire! The bugs got to me. So I've gone to sitting on this rock in the wind, or what's left of the wind, to eat my potatoes. Took the Algonquin Outfitters water taxi. Great idea. I mean, it's expensive. I think it cost me $101 there. That's just for the whole boat. So if you have more people, it's a good deal when you're just going solo. And I believe they can take up to 3-4 boats. Check the website for more information. But yeah, so that went well. Portage did not go well because, like I said, I didn't bring my yoke. I'm gonna have to experiment more with that tomorrow. I should be able to get it way better than I had it today. I wanted to get the portage done so I could take a nap. I have been up since midnight. It's now approaching 7-8 o'clock right now. So I'm definitely going to bed before the sun sets tonight. As soon as my tea and my potato is done, I'm out. Yeah, also having troubles with that food barrel. We'll get that straightened out though. We can do it. Glad to found a nice site. Dealt with some difficult wind and waves again. Seems to be always the case. Now it's dead and now the mosquitoes are starting to come out, which is fairly annoying. Oh well. Yeah, I got like steak sauce all over me. I don't know. I'm a walking disaster today. I really need sleep, so that's all I got. Whatever footage I got, we'll put it together and put something out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Pray for Nathan. Day 2. Mosquitoes are vicious. But today is Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everyone. 8 o'clock in the morning, setting off to find the portage to Merchant Lake. $340 meters. Relatively simple portage, just a little rocky section in the middle. Rocky section. Here we are at Merchant Lake. Heading off into some rain here on Merchant. And coming up, the portage to Brook Trout. Excited about this one. as it's the last portage for the day. I'm getting pretty worn out. Not much to film here, it's just mostly wet, a little bit swampy. Bugs are loving this portage. I think it's good that I went the way I did. So now, yeah, I'm definitely going uphill now. Thank you to Kevin Callan for recommending which way I should go on this route. Very pretty though. Lots of green things and woody things. And some gray silvery rocks. Just an artist's palette of colors here. Alright, I'm being sarcastic, I'm sorry. It is beautiful though. Loving it. Especially with the dampness, humidity, water, moisture everywhere. Everything looks nice and pretty when it's wet. Love these sections where the sun hits the green, making it bright. The contrast of the wood. As in you get into the moist wood. We gotta be careful, it's slippery. Loving this great big rock. Alright, it's a bit more comfortable. My head is squeezed tight in here. Not sure how we're gonna get it out. But we've found a way to actually portage this. That seems a little better, everything's gonna stay in place. It's just, I gotta cut my head off to get out of it. Alright, let's keep portaging here. We made it to the end of that portage. That was a bit of a nasty one. Oh, is it gonna rain now? And today really is beating me up. And here's the end of the portage into Big Trout. Starts with a creek. We are off in the creek trying to get our kayak paddle through. It's probably gonna be tough. This is beautiful, but super annoying. There's one beaver dam already. So many biting insects. Oh, Canada. Still making our way through this labyrinth. Looks like we're into Big Trout Lake now, out of that marsh. Hey, we finally have a tailwind and are doing some fishing. I have never seen one of these before. Absolutely beautiful lake. But did you see that trout? Wow! First trout I've ever had on my line or seen. Beautiful fish. Still raining. It's been on and off. It's made it hard to get things done like lunch, tea. I haven't had tea. I had to cut my lunch short. Quick tour of the campsite. We have where I came in and unload it. We have what I call the garage here. This would have been a way better spot. Or I'll load up there tomorrow morning to get out. And if we do any fishing tonight, weather pending, got this beautiful view. I know it sucks that it's raining, but that sky looks amazing, at least on the camera. Jeez. Okay. And nice and simple. We're on an island with another site. You can see the hammock's all good. The supplies are out, and there's a nice fire pit. Thunderbox back there. Just gotta figure out where I'm going to hang my food barrel today. That's gonna be tricky out here. And since it's Canada Day and my wife suggested it, we're gonna have the hearty Canadian goulash from OTG Meals out of Kitchener. Looks pretty good. You got some tomatoes and some beef in there. That's hard to see. There's a good one. Really good. The real reason why I am still wearing my raincoat. It's not because it's raining. So today being Canada Day, I was super excited because I haven't had a Canada Day off. I usually work holidays and weekends. So to have Canada Day off for once, I was all ready to celebrate. I brought the flag, as you saw. I was a little disappointed to see that a lot of people were asking us to cancel Canada Day. I get it, but this means more to me than just that. There's been a lot of topics lately coming up, more than just the First Nations thing, where I didn't feel I needed to change my viewpoint, because I am stubborn. So I've been trying to change my viewpoints and try not to be part of the problem. My viewpoints weren't helping anyone, and if the world changes at a ridiculously fast rate, all I can do is change with it. So when the that First Nation group, I'll put the name here, they had their Canada Day message, whether you should celebrate it or not, a basic message. And one of the things they talked about is how this Canada Day, they wanted you to read the First Nations call to action. So I brought that with me. I've been reading it. I admit there's times where some of it kind of bothers me to a degree, and I just get up, walk away, and wait till I can come back to it later. It's not easy just changing your views like that, but I'm trying to be more accepting, and what's good for them is good for Canada, and ultimately good for me. I'm all for that. There was another, the Canadian Canoe Museum. They also posted a thing of how you can help with reconciliation. They said, so when you go on your canoe trips, how you can help with reconciliation. And how we do that is, they said, was find out the name of the tribe that used to inherit the lands that you were going in. And I think I just did this for the French River, but from what I can understand, the Mississauga First Nations covers a large land mass. So, and I started reading their treaty that I went to another website and found. And I gotta say, it's a lot of legal jargon that I don't understand, and I skipped through parts of it. But the parts I did read kind of shocked me to a degree, and I might try doing a little more of that. I was just amazed at how much they sold their land for. I was looking at them like, also this was 1928, so that's a big change, but anyways, you want to help with reconciliation or changing your views and stuff, try things. But since I'm choosing to celebrate Canada Day, happy Canada Day. And if you don't want to celebrate it this year, well, too bad. Canada Day already happened, so you've hopefully either celebrated it or didn't. Moving on. Overall, I had a very enjoyable Canada Day, and I wouldn't want to spend it any other way. And it's just a quick shot of my first fish I caught this morning, a little perch. Anyways, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on day 3 of this adventure. Good morning. Day 3. It's a windy, chilly night. It is still cold. The wind has dropped. Hoping today turns out to be an alright day. Gonna go up through Longer Lake to Red Pine Bay to Lake Muir. Beautiful. Had a little bit of a scare this morning. Couldn't find my fishing tackle. I had left it under my seat, which I had closed. Found it. Anyways, it's just after 7:30, just around 8. So we're gonna get off of Big Trout Lake and head to Longer Lake. portage has some interesting sections here. It's amazing how every portage is completely different. The environment, nature, the flora, the fauna, the layout, the way they complete it. Really good job there, Mary, building that trail. A little salt. All little logs. Longer Lake. In honor of Canada Day, we're going to have the Canadian Maple Walnut Protein Bar here by Darrow Bars, made in Windsor, Ontario. Oh, that sugary maple topping. Mmm. Pretty good, eh? All I gotta say is this lake is a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Get it? Longer lake. My, ain't she something? That's quite the sight. Loving these picturesque spruces over here on the left. Making our way through the wind and lily pads. First obstacle here. Portage here. To the right. And they said there's poison ivy on this portage. In Longer Lake. Boy, they weren't kidding. This is all poison ivy. That was a nasty portage. It looked like there were two paths. One that I found first that quickly got covered in bush, and then the other one which is the one that you're supposed to use, I'm imagining, because it's well traveled, but it's just covered in poison ivy. Went for a little dip after to try to wash off the poison ivy from my clothes. Hopefully all's good. I'll try to rinse my gear off. Check out these chodas, they're doing great. And then they drain. They got holes in the bottom and everything else, and mesh in the side. Loving them on the portage. Looks totally runnable if I had my plastic canoe. Alright, I'll do this 75-meter portage. Here's what you're portaging around here from Longer Lake to, they label it Burnt Root, but technically Red Pine Bay would work. I'm sure that's runnable, but in a better canoe. That portage wasn't too bad. Red Pine Bay now. Another beautiful lake. I know I say that about all of them. So great seeing so many lakes on this trip. Can't see if there's a big moose over there. And here we are at the portage to Lake Muir from Burnt Root or Red Pine Bay. Last portage of the day. I'm sadly looking forward to this almost 800-meter one. Lake Muir in all of its glory. Well, maybe more glory when we get out there. Time to head back for the canoe. It's just this trail that I find to be rather steep compared to all the others I've done. You have to walk gradually up at the beginning, and you have this, what I'm walking up now, is a quicker, little steeper decline on the way back, on the way to Lake Muir. Oh well, I've had worse. I'm just a little nervous with the steepness and my lack of yoke. That could make it more challenging. Another boardwalk video. Not too bad. Like I said, it's very gradual at the beginning, but consistent, steady. This portage has been really good. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. Consider it healing if you want. Good to have some perspective time with your thoughts. Lake Muir. little rough. We're gonna keep going. See if we can make it to close to the end of the Lake Muir. I believe this to be home for the night. Let's give it a look. Here's the view. Beautiful view. Jeez. Looks really good on the camera. You got this nice open area here, or if the bugs get bad, I'm gonna take advantage because the wind is just coming right through. It's a very big site for just me. I like to sprawl out though. There's a secondary, more convenient, easy to get in and out of canoe landing over here. The only problem is it hides your canoe and makes it hard for other people to know you're here, which you've already discovered. Now, as you see, here we have the bug tent set up. We're going to try sleeping in it tonight. That's going to be sweet, I hope. Hopefully I don't get wet. Great big fire site. Yeah, this is going to be a great night here. I'm liking it. Really looking forward to it. Gonna go for a dip. Now here's something we don't usually do in the backcountry. We brought pajama pants and a nice top to change into. I guess we always bring the top, but pajama pants are new. I've been learning a lot of things by watching the Mark in the Park series on YouTube. It's also on cable. Anyways, that Mark Rubino guy has gone to Algonquin numerous times. You should check out his trip blog. But yeah, you keep finding out tactics that he tries, and I try it myself, and I'm like, hey man, Mark knows what he's doing. And I'm feeling all good now and clean after going for a dip. Oh, so nice having clean clothes. Good morning. Today is day 4. So we're looking off to be a beautiful day. Slept in, which was great. I needed a good sleep. 7 a.m. now. This is going to be the start of what should be an easy day as we just hop from Lake Muir over to Hogan Lake. Alright guys, I'm going to get breakfast going. Well guys, we have had a lovely morning. A lovely night too. It was a great sleep in here. Had a nice delicious breakfast this morning. It's been very cozy, very comfortable. But now is the time to move on and remove myself from my pleasant location. Not looking forward to this, but it's time to enter the world of the mosquitoes. Hello boys! Anyone else hear dinner bells? Yeah. So over there is where we got the canoe loaded. Just a view of the campsite from the shore. Fortunately, we're having issues with our GoPro. And we will have to tackle those shortly when we get to the portage or beach. Absolutely gorgeous lake. Love all those tree-covered mountains or hills. Here we are at the Narrows. As you can tell by my flag, it's not windy today, which is nice. I'm able to go at a more relaxed pace today. Except it's also not keeping the flies at bay. And it's hot. Oh, we got some wind. Ooh. Hello, butterfly. Here we are headed to the super buggy, I believe 630 meter or so portage. Should be a piece and cake after some of the ones I've done so far. How do you get out? It looks like it's all log jammed. Wait a minute. What's this to the left that I see catching my eye? There's a dock! Alright, time to start the portaging. Portage to Hogan Lake. Nathan, remember to drink water. Yes, Mother! Hydration really is key in this game. Hogan Lake. Where's Tim? Oh man, looks like we got a nice creek to get through. Maybe I'll break out the canoe paddle. For old time's sakes. Portage was nice, wasn't too buggy like they said. The end of the portage is pretty buggy. Honestly, I was so lost in deep thought and relaxation that I didn't even notice I was portaging half the time. Getting a pro at this now. I like the sound of the babbling brook as you go. Really nice backdrop and scenery. Perfect for some reflection and enjoying a portage for once. Now time to get the canoe and see if I still enjoy portaging. It does have a bit of height to it, but not steep. Really easy. Right at the start it gets confusing. There's two paths to choose. I think that one does eventually connect, but you can just tell that this one looks more designed for canoeists. So I went that way. I recommend it. This is just a walk in the park. So thankful to the rangers who put this in. Leeches. This entry already looks great. Ah yes. Paddling through a creek wearing a bug net. Sure brings back some great memories. But just check out the views. And we have made it to Hogan Lake. Long time planning to get to this lake. Looks like a nice site. I can always see lots of fireworks from down trees. A fire went through here. See that fire pit over there? Bet someone was just like, I'm just gonna have a little fire over here, honey. It won't affect anything. Bam! Whole place is destroyed. In our eyes, I guess it's just changing. Mother Nature's like, fire, no problem. Very gross. This will help some trees out, actually. Second campsite over there also kind of sucks from this perspective. Looks buggy. This is the cliff that Mark Rubino climbed up and marked in the park. Season 2, episode 6. Pretty cool. I don't know if I'm as ambitious as Mark as to climb up that. I got a rest day on Hogan. Sure. Here's the campsite tour. Beautiful view. Bug tent all set up. I haven't had to use it though. The bugs aren't as bad as when I first got here. I've killed all the ones that were here. Nice and hilly up here. Great view. Great big open site. End of day 4. We paddled from Lake Muir. Tried to find the Otter Creek Ranger cabin, but I'm assuming that means they're not there. Did the pretty easy portage from the Lake Muir to Hogan Lake. Only difficulty was I had a little bit of trouble with my canoe again. Just trying to get the paddles to stay in place as a yoke. Some days I got it, some days I don't. But other than that, it was an easy portage. Then go through the creek. That was fun, lots of tryst. It was pretty, it was a short creek, which was nice, so it was beautiful to enjoy it. Then I went into Hogan Lake, checked out the burn site, saw moose, and then got this sweet site. Been here, went for a nice swim, had a good lunch, good dinner, did some fishing. Overall, gonna rest up and get ready for the big portage tomorrow. Tomorrow, like I said, is the day I'm most worried about, especially without a yoke, is doing a 3.7 kilometer portage, double carry. Anyways, with that guys, have a good night. See you tomorrow.